Previously on Dragon Balls in My Mouth, we were at 418 LP, and we're so close back to Challenger. And in the next game, we face Bjergsen, and I play Ashe. So, Aurelian Soul comes in for a gank, chunks a bunch of people, gets a few summoners, and now there's a mistake I do right here. First of all, Ezreal is pretty low, so he wants it back. It didn't kick in that Ezreal had back, so I'm just freezing the lane and kind of denying him CS, but then a few seconds later, I realize he's probably going back. So I realize that, and I start pushing the lane really fast. Unfortunately, I didn't push it all the way, and I got a little greedy to push the next wave, which actually gets me caught from the Morgana binding, and I flash here because I'm like, ooh, I can get away. But he does land a skill shot. It wouldn't have mattered though because he does have flash, so he would have killed me eventually. So you can see a big mistake there, which led to my death, and I was actually super annoyed that I made that mistake. Because if I realized like a little bit earlier that Ezreal is packing, I probably could have got away with a push into the tower. Do I blame my support for not being there and ditching me? No. Nope, I just didn't think I would be hit by that binding, and I could have actually flashed earlier as well. I did kind of forget about the exhaust slow, and I was kind of confident on me dodging it, so that's why I did that. But you know, I should have been like, you know, if I get binded here, I'll probably die, as Ezreal's in the lane. So huge, well, actually a lot of small individual mistakes coming from me. Anyways, after a few minutes, somehow I get my score to look good, and right here I try and juke Bjergsen. I juked the W, so I know what to run left, but I didn't think he'd use his Q to stun me, and now I'm kind of fucked. Is it worth it to try and hold the tower with my volley, or is the risk of getting Syndra stunned and dived by Aurelia too big, and should I have ditched the tower in the first place? The answer is I should have ditched the tower. Feeding is never the answer to winning. Sometimes I do it and I still win, but don't follow my footsteps. Alright, so I love this mistake that I make, because right when I realize the mistake I made, it's already too late. Alright, so I see a far side trinket come down, and I'm like, okay, whatever, Ezreal must be in the area, and I'm like, okay, gonna farm this wave. Then I'm like, wait, Ezreal's mid, and Aurelia has a far side trinket. I'm like, oh shit. I realized that Aurelia was in the area, and if I had known that, I definitely would have not tried to go for that creep wave in the bot lane. This mistake also tells me that whenever I play Ashe, I should honestly be the super safest person on the planet, especially if they have any divers or assassins, so I shouldn't greed for CS like I would on, say, someone like an Ezreal, and it also teaches me that I should be a little more aware of who can kill me if they're not on the map. Anyways, we get Baron, and I get my revenge on this cunt, and then we have Baron, and then Hecarim gets kind of caught out. Not really, but I think this Gragas is a little caught out. And you know, there's a lot of people over the wall. So what I wanted to do was a volley, but we take so much damage from Syndra. And I'm like, holy shit, I do not want to be here right now. But my team, they're all being slowed, they're all being like CC'd and chased down. And Ezreal comes down, I'm like, oh fuck. Reaction speed not fast enough to flash away from it. And yeah, we kind of lost the team fight, which actually makes us lose the game. And I lose some LP for it. But yeah, that Ashe arrow initiation honestly baited my team into going in, which I thought we would win, but apparently Syndra was overpowered over the wall still and beat us down. But yeah, that game honestly just made me want to punch myself, because I was the sole reason why we lost. Now this game, it's going a little bit more better for us. Later on, the game becomes back and forth. We eventually do get the Baron. Since we got a very nice team fight, and we're in the bot lane, and we see Fiora is pushing the top lane. So we definitely want to dive this, but I guess I walk up a little too far up, and we actually lose the team fight. Oh wait, we get a tower, but we also lose a tower because Fiora is split pushing. Anyways, game not going so good, man. But Nautilus is coming in for a TP. I don't think he's gonna make it, but he actually makes it on time. And now the enemies are like, it's a Nautilus, and I'm like, it's me, Soraka, supporting this Nautilus. I just have to focus the front line because I'm a tad squishy. And obviously Soraka's not a diver. But yeah, if I'm with Nautilus, he actually can't die, so that's the bright side of this moment. And the enemies are in the rather sticky situation. You can even see Sivir's coming in for the flank, and she, well, goes pretty anal on their back line. And she eventually gets a triple kill. With that victory, we start to push in the top lane because we have the bottom inhibitor from that team fight in the bot lane. I'm a little caught out here. Luckily, nothing lands on me, and my team flanks him. Honestly though, when I, just went into the jungle randomly with Sivir, it was not a good idea. There's a possibility of us getting caught out and delaying the game even more. We should have just grouped as 5 and went top lane. It does work out, but it is like kind of a silly mistake I made, which is just overconfidence. This next game, I play against Antibot in the top lane. I play Wukong because he had a good win rate, and he also had a good playstyle where you feed and you win. So I picked him because he was sort of a good tank. And he has good base damage if he feeds, so he's actually pretty good in that sense. And also if he gets ahead, he's really good. Do I know how to play the laning phase? Fuck no. All I know is he has a really good all-in, so that's all I do. Like, I actually have zero clue of what to do in levels 1 to 5. The only thing I know is at level 6, I can kill squishies, and that's what I'm trying to do, kill squishies. I don't know what to do against poke lanes. Do I just let them fuck me, or do I just keep all-inning every time I get the chance? So I'm not 100% sure of how to win the lane, but you know, my level 6, that's pretty powerful. I think if I watch a Wukong player top lane and see how he plays the laning phase, I could actually be a decent top laner and stop feeding. Unfortunately, there's two things I do, which is sit back and CS and wait until level 6, or I did an EEAA Q combo and then walk away, but I guess I could use decoy to not take any harass damage. Anyways, I think Antibot is not really having a good time, and after a little overextending myself, they want some blood for me. But I see my teammates are like, ho ho ho, we're coming. So I go back in to bait them a little bit, keep them interested, and once my crew comes here, we do a turnaround. Now I see Jin is in the top lane still, and I have teleport, so I kill him. After this, 3 people are down, we want to do Baron, Nidalee is around, and I want to Terran up her pussy. And since the jungler is down, this is going to be a free Baron. Later on, we were doing Dragon, and the enemy thinks they could catch out the LeBlanc, but no, cause we're kind of around. Anyways, that's basically going to be game for us, and we get some LP. And we're also back in Challenger and where we started. So our regular intro can come back now. Next game I play Wukong, but I feed. Uh-oh, I think it's time to find a new top laner. Alright, so in the next game we play Soraka. It's not going too well for us. You can see scores down, I'm about to die, but I actually think I could have got out of this death if I kept walking. Nautilus had no mana, and Ezreal I don't think he had flash. I also have more movement speed than Nautilus. Anyways, Nautilus kind of baited us with getting the board, and we're like, oh, you know what, we can kill him, but we didn't really expect like 4 people to be down here, and I eventually do die. We have a little breathing room as Rengar goes a little bit too ham, and I get a kill on him. A little later, we try a pick on Talia, and Elise was going to cut her off, but she's actually being cut off by the Rengar, and she's barely living, as you can see, so I try to pop all my heals as fast as I can, but Pantheon is coming down, and he does kill her, and now I'm next. Uh-oh, I think right here, I make a mistake of turning left, when I should have just gone straight, but I thought someone from the right was going to cut me off. Even more feeding starts to ensue, and we're just not having the best of time. But then the enemy team comes in our jungle without Pantheon or Talia, who were the fed carries of the other team. And you know, they're just walking in while we actually have 4 people on the way, and this Nautilus is trying to take me on, but I'm Soraka, that's not going to work. And then I ignore Nautilus and I'm going to go help the Echo. He lives, but I want more. As they go in Varus, I'm like, okay, I got to peel for him. And the Varus actually gets really scared and flashes out, which was not necessary, but sometimes those rocks can be devastating if they have some kind of push or something, but we do get a triple kill out of this. And then we catch Ezreal, he's a free kill because he's caught by Varus' ultimate. Rengar's coming in, so I do exhaust him before he jumps in, and I'm just trying as much as I can to peel from enemies. Once I see a bunch of AoE come down on my team, I activate my ultimate, and also flashed out because Talia is scaring the shit out of me. And you know, whenever Rengar is in the game, this is where I realize that I should be carrying my pink wards more often, so we can find him when he's ulting. So yeah, the enemy team, they're kind of throwing a bit. There was another team fight which kind of went our way, except here, Nautilus kind of walked past her tower. I was looking at her front line, seeing what was going on if I needed to help, and I didn't realize he was that close to me, and he gets a free kill off me. Another team fight ensues, and we trade 2 for 2, which is good I think, because their team falls off, especially Pantheon and Ezreal, but we have Tank Echo and Elise, so it kind of evens out I think. Right here we're just clearing some wards at Baron. We get a nice little pick on Nautilus, put the silence down so he won't flash away, and he also gets Varus ulted, so now there's no way he can escape. I probably should have exhausted Rengar here so Varus didn't have to flash, but now Pantheon is behind them, so I'm definitely on peel mode. I don't think I have to exhaust him because I still have my heals still, so I don't have to expend the summoner. I flash silence this guy because I think it'll kill him. Apparently he's still at heal, and he does get away. We do spend a lot of time dicking around and trying to kill the Ezreal, and eventually we do the Baron, but the enemy team had some time to recuperate, so we're all kind of low and it's kind of risky. I mean, I do have my heals, but shit, I'm getting kind of low as well, so yeah, this turns into a risky situation where we're all kind of low and they could possibly counter Baron us, but luckily some of us do survive. And also Rengar is dead. Oh, just kidding, they can actually do it really fast, and they do get it. Somehow Talia dies, I don't know how, but Jin gets a free kill for him. And now it's just a game of turtling out the Baron. You can see here Rengar is still dead, so we do want to try and get this Mountain Drake before we turtle, but we actually catch out Nautilus, which is a really good thing. And also, this Ezreal, who cannot escape the wrath of Sticky Tank Echo. So we get the nice little breathing room, but Talia is backdooring us, which is kind of bad, and we do lose an inhibitor tower for it. Later on, Elise gets a solo kill on Ezreal, when we were actually trying to go for Talia, and we're trying to bait Baron off this, So my team wants to turn, which is a good call, because it is a 5v4, kind of like 5v5.5 if the Baron is attacking us. But as you can see, the Rengar tries to get to us, but he gets revealed by my pink ward, and now we're on the verge of turning this team fight into a team fight. But we also have Rengar down, so, you know, no smite for the enemy team, and we get the Baron. We also get the Elder Dragon, which gives us a lot of power, so my team is very confident in even diving them on an inhibitor tower, and that's what Echo is planning to do. I try and chain CC with my silence, but I see Pantheon is in our back line, so I try and rush the peel for my teammates. Now we're going for the tower. We see Rengar is ulting us, and also Tally got a nice EW, and he does get our Varus, but that doesn't matter. We have a lot of team members who are very strong, and we win the game off it. Anyways, I played Zac this game. I was thinking of playing Gragas, but I suck at Gragas, and also this team needed a tank plus some magic damage, so that's why I pick an AP tank jungler. But I did shit all this game. I mean, all I did was kind of feed and get caught out. Luckily, my team had my back, and that's why I have a good score, because my team made me look good. So yeah, did shit all in the early game, got carried by my bot lane, and we win the game off that. This game, I kind of go and camp the top lane. There's no specific reason for camping him or for my Fiora. It was just like the easiest target available on the map at the time. And luckily enough, Rengar just show up and Fiora can actually 1v2 for a little while. And now Olaf is kind of screwed because he has no ultimate or ghost. Then I try to go for mid lane, which is somewhat easy right now, but he does have cleanse, which I don't like, so I feel like ganking for Lissandra is going to be kind of hard, especially if the Ziggs has flash. Fortunately, he's being cut off by me, who has Stalker Smite, and also Fiora teleported, so she wants to clean up the bot lane that kind of wrecked our Taric. But the only thing she can get is a nice juicy Sivir. So yeah, right now me and Fiora are pretty far ahead. Now we tried to do something in the mid lane. Jhin opens up, but he's being rushed down by a bunch of people, and we're trying to help him. Should we have ditched him? Yes or no? The answer is yes. Look at it, it's a 4v5. Our greatest asset, Fiora, is in the top lane. So since we tried to help him, we're kind of fucked. And I die from Ziggs' Q. And we just, fucked up. Now, even though this is a small throw, there's luck on our side as Fiora is getting big. And when I say big, I mean her penis is getting big. So we have to rely on her to carry us for this game. And she actually does get really far ahead. I mean, she's 1v2ing, 1v3ing. She eventually becomes legendary. And she just keeps getting a lot of kills while split pushing. And you know, I don't know what the fuck's going up in that top lane, but she's doing some good work, and I'm just happy I camped for her in the early game. Eventually we get Baron for the pressure she was exerting, and yeah, we just go kind of ham in their base, and right here I'm like, no, we probably can't win it. Some people want to go back, I just want to, you know, go back as well, but it looks like Fiora kind of wants to have some fun and get more kills. Can we win in the situation we are right now? Probably not. We are getting the turrets, but you know, we're actually all pretty low. And you know, I'm like, you know, this Fiora, if she wants to go in, I guess I'll go in as well. Maybe we can get some kills. But now our backline is being fucked up by the Rengar, who got past me because I dived in. Now I see that Fiora actually has no mana left, so she's in a sticky situation, and she expends it to go back in. But now she can't quite finish the kill on Lulu, and she definitely has no mana now. And now I'm thinking of going in. What would you do? Well, I don't think there was a right or wrong answer, but what was going through my head was I wanted to suicide so Fiora could get away, since we don't want to be giving that shutdown to the enemy team. Or of course her GA. Help does eventually arrive, and Lissandra's trying to 1v4, but Ziggs uses his ultimate on Fiora. But you know, this is actually a good thing, because Fiora actually gets mana when she dies from GA, so she can use all her abilities again and fuck up this Olaf. And she eventually does kill the Olaf. Anyways, I have actually done nothing for the past 34 minutes. Look at my kill participation, look at my deaths. What have I been doing? Honestly, I've been doing nothing at all. Basically, I couldn't find any ganks in the early game or mid game after the ganks I showed, and so, you know, maybe I wasn't in the right places at the right time, but luckily the Fiora does carry this game super hard, and we get a win out of it. And this is where we'll stop today, folks. We're back in Challenger, which is a good thing, but we gotta get back to where we were like 8 episodes ago, aka 679 LP or whatever it was. Let's be honest here, 503 LP, that's shit, so we want to get out of it as soon as possible. So let's see what happens in the next episodes of Dragon Ball Z. If you guys did like this video, make sure to leave a like, and if you didn't, make sure to subscribe. Anyways, I am Panzer Dragon, and I'll see you guys next time.